Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Sankalp Dyal, a final year student of computer science, and I usually make coding videos and placement related videos so that you can do good in your interviews. So this week is for arrays questions, and if you are watching this video, do subscribe the channel because the subscriber count is very low, and if I don't get 500 subscribers, I may discontinue this weekly videos that is for coding rounds. And it is also of no use to discuss the interviews and all, because if you are not able to clear the first coding round, which like 90% of the people are not able to, it is no use to watch the coding like interview videos or any discussion videos. So the coding videos are more important than the discussion videos or any like interview videos or those kind of videos. So today we are going to solve this maximum subarray problem. So in this we are given an integer array, and we have to find the longest subarray, longest contiguous subarray, which is having the subarray with the largest sum, a contiguous subarray with the largest sum, and we have to return the largest sum. So in this we have an algorithm, that is cadence algorithm, and this is used for finding the maximum subarray. So we'll be using that algorithm. Now if we see the first input, here we can see that we have -1, -2, comma 1, comma -3, then 4, -1, and so on. And in this what we can do is we can take the previous values, that is if we are at index 1, we can compare it with the previous subarray that we had and the current value. So whatever the previous is, we have now the previous plus the current value, or the current value, whichever is greater. So we will take the maximum of that. So in this case, if we see this -2 alone, so this is now -2, and for example current we have 1, so -2 plus 1 is -1, and the current alone, that is 1. So out of these both values we have 1 as the greater value. So in this case we will ignore this -2, and our current subarray will be 1. Then we'll move with -3. So 1 plus -3, that is -2, and -3. So 1 plus -3, that is -2 is greater. So we'll take this subarray for now. Then when we go to 4, then 1 plus -3 is -2, and 4, that is 2. So this entire subarray will have value 2, and this alone is value 4. So again we will take this value 4 as the current subarray, and in this way we will continue. So this will be the required formula that we can use to solve this. Now we can code for this, and the base cases is like if this is an empty array, we will return 0, or here n is the length of this array, and if it is equal to 1, we'll simply return the given array, because it should have at least one number. Now if it is having more than 1, then we can calculate the maximum value that we can get. So we will iterate. Now here the previous value will be the first value, and the current will also be the first value. And we can assume some result as 0. Now this current value will be the maximum of previous, Okay, this is a temporary value, and this current value will be this nums of I, and now the temporary value will be the maximum of previous plus this current value or this current value alone, and the final result will be the maximum of the previous result and the current temporary value, and then we will return the final result. Okay, so here we will have only this temporary value, and this will be the same, and the result will also be nums of 0. Okay, okay, so now it is submitted, and if we see the time and space complexity for this question, here we are iterating from I is equal to 1 to n. So this is a for loop of order of n, and other than this we don't have any for loops, so all are constant time. So the overall will be on, that is linear time. And for the space, here we have only two variables, which is a constant, and here also we have one variable that is constant. So this will be constant as overall. So this is the solution for this question, and suppose if we are not able to solve this question, then we can always look at the solutions in the discussion section. So if we try to open the first three solutions, so here we can see that it is in, like, they have explained the solution little bit and then they have given the code. Now this is for Java, so in this also they have given a brief explanation and then they have gave the code for this. And if we see the last solution, that is in Python, so it is a very small solution. So suppose if we try to implement the last solution in Java, so in this what they have done is they have taken the sum of the previous values in the current value if it is greater than 0, which is this one. So in this it is valid because if it is negative and if we add in the current value will be like less than the previous what it was. So in this way we can try to change the values, and then finally we'll take the maximum of all the values. So we can declare n as the length of this array, and we will check if the previous value, so here we'll start from 1, and if the previous value is less than 0, I minus 1, then we will add it in the current one, and finally we will take the maximum of all this. And we will return the result. Okay, here it will be greater than 0. have to check the base cases also. That is, if n is equal to 0, we will return 0. If n is equal to 1, we will return the first value. So here, instead of this -1, we can take some minimum value, that is for integer. And then we are calculating the values for, like, we are changing the nums array, and then finally we are taking the maximum of this, all the values. And now for the time and space complexity for this question, it is the same as the previous question, that is time will be linear and space will be constant. So that's all for this question. If you have watched the video till now, you can subscribe the channel, and thank you for watching the video. Bye bye.